Football is back in Philadelphia, and the preseason is here and beginning tonight. Welcome to our coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles at the Baltimore Ravens today. This is the first preseason game taking place in Baltimore. It's the first preseason game for the Philadelphia Eagles this year. And this is going to be our opportunity to see things as they see things coming out of camp. Hey, Dan, long time no see as well. Sorry I wasn't around last week for you for the Hall of Fame game. I was out of town. I was at a scouting event that was occurring in Boulder, Colorado. So I was not here, but I did see you, and I saw you virtually, and I appreciate you stopping by tonight. So this is gonna be an interesting game. So the Eagles are planning reportedly to play starters for at least one series, which is not something that occurred in previous years. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this game here. Dan, what are your thoughts here? Feel free to chime in, and anybody else who feels interested in joining in, please feel free to chime in. I appreciate y'all hanging out one way or the other. But this is going to be an interesting game one way or the other. Good to see some of the Eagles rookies. Good to see some of the players that the Eagles have brought in vying for a spot. All right. Yeah, no worries. It's loud where you are. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not a me thing. Um, yeah, it's a time right now. It feels good to be back on stream. Feels good. Football is back here. All right. Yeah, so we got things going on here. So we'll see the starters probably for about a series today. That's what's been reported out. It'll be good to see how players are taking to the new offensive coordinators, Kellen Moore on offense and Vic Fangio on defense. It'll be good to see how they pan out. No worries. Yep, that's fine, Dan. Thanks for stopping by anyway. And everybody here, please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. So we're just kind of hanging out here, and we're just getting ready for this first game of the year. Those of you who are in, feel free to drop a comment. What are you looking forward to seeing about this game? Certainly, there's been a whole lot of talk about the relationship between Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, which is not stuff that you necessarily want to see coming out of training camp. We'll see how things pan out there on that front. I'm aware of those conversations. I'm not putting a ton of stock into them yet because at this stage in the game, sometimes it's kind of making a mountain out of a molehill. But yeah, for other situations, it could be it could be weird. So we'll see how things wind up panning out on that front. If you are watching, so we obviously, since we don't have rights to the game, so we can't show the footage. In the Philadelphia area, this is being broadcast on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus, which is the second channel that NBC Sports Philadelphia has. This would be a game that's normally broadcast on NBC 10. However, NBC owns the rights to the 2024 Olympics in Paris. Those games are occurring, and that broadcast is happening on NBC, NBC 10 in Philadelphia. And then this game, the next logical fallback would be broadcasting it on NBC Sports Philadelphia, the main channel, However, later on tonight, the Phillies will be broadcasting on that channel, so the Eagles kind of get the short shrift there and fall to the backup channel to the backup channel. So yeah, so that's kind of where things stand. So if you want to catch footage and you're in the Philadelphia area, that would be a good spot to check out. I believe it's Ross Tucker on the call there, and certainly friend of the show, Dave Spadaro, doing the sideline reporting. Um, yeah. Speaking of the Olympics, because I know we're loosely following them here, what are your thoughts about the Olympics? That was a really close game between the U.S. and Serbia yesterday. Um, really, really exciting finish there on that front. But yeah, football is back. We are here, um, and certainly a great opportunity to certainly some great excitement there. Um, this will be our first time we'll see some of the Eagles rookies in action, I'm sure. But yeah, we've got about 5 minutes till kickoff, and then Eagles football is officially back, and it's gonna be a good time. So just getting a few last minute things set up here. Um, so you can tell it's been a while since we last hung out and last streamed together. The last time we had a live stream was the NFL draft. So um, things are just taking a second for a couple extra things to catch up. Tried to get a lot of that stuff taken care of earlier today, but last minute surprises. But yeah, drop a comment, and then what your thoughts are about this game, about what you're looking to see coming out of this game, and then um, certainly feel free to like and subscribe here. Really helps the channel out. Um, try to bring you Eagles content every week in some degree. Um, and I certainly know that, or I certainly appreciate you guys hanging out and subscribing over the course of the season or the off season. We had some pretty good conversations over the off season, in my opinion. Certainly, we had Dave Spadaro. I'm working on trying to get him back again at his request sometime over the course of this training camp here. And then we had Troy Vincent, who is the NFL Executive Vice President of Football Operations. Had him on the show. We've had Merrill Reese on, Hall of Fame NFL broadcaster Merrill Reese has been on the show. So yeah, it's and he's officially in the Hall of Fame as of last week. So always a good time talking to Merrill, and I'm looking forward to seeing everything that he puts forward. Yeah, But yeah, right now we're just kind of hanging out here. We're waiting for this first Eagles preseason game to get underway. So, again, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Things get underway at 7:30 on the TV here. Again, if you're watching in the Philadelphia area, you can check this out. You can catch the game footage. You can do that via NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. The other two NBC channels in the Philadelphia area, NBC 10, which is the broadcast network, as well as NBC Sports Philadelphia, the main channel, they all have other programming scheduled for this time. So NBC 10 has the nightly Olympic coverage from Paris. That's being brought to you by NBC Sports. And then the NBC Sports Philadelphia channel. Right now, they're broadcasting World Series of Poker, but later on tonight, they will be broadcasting the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So they will, those broadcasts will overlap. And since the Phillies are in the regular season, that justified the bump of the Eagles preseason. But normally, the Eagles preseason would, if it can't be broadcast on NBC 10 for whatever reason, would be broadcast on NBC Sports Philadelphia. So that is where things stand right now. But we're just here. We're hanging out. Yeah, I'll probably have an episode coming out sometime this weekend, just talking about the things that we've heard over training camp. Some additional thoughts about the Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni relationship, which is definitely something that I am watching. The relationship between Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, as well as Kellen Moore. There were reports coming out that Jalen Hurts had made a phone call to Wink Martindale, the exact natures of which were not really gone into. Beyond the fact that he was looking for advice from Martindale. Okay, yeah. So we got Scott Graham and Ross Tucker as the Eagles TV broadcasters. So just that's where things sit on that front there. Longtime broadcaster Scott Graham. But yeah, I will say this. So we didn't make it out to the public practice this year because of I was actually out of town. Otherwise, I absolutely would have been there. But we did get, or from what I heard, I mean, 50,000 fans showing up to a practice. Something that was really staggering for the Eagles players, especially those who are new here. Having no real understanding of the fact that Eagles players would do that. That Eagles fans are so dedicated that they would come to a public practice. The vibe in Philadelphia is pretty excited for this team. Definitely ready to turn the page, and this is the first step of that final chapter of turning the page. So This will also be. I know last week we saw the in the Hall of Fame game. We saw the debut of the new kickoff rules, but we will see those in action tonight. It looks like the Eagles are going to be kicking this ball off. So, just based off of the report that I'm seeing here. Hang tight for me 1 second, folks. I'm going to be right back here. We're in a commercial break right now. All right, we are back here. Thanks for your patience here on that. We're getting ready for kickoff. Just a few minutes. They sung the national anthem. It is 80 degrees in Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium, which is where this game is being played. Yeah, so definitely just make sure that you drop a link in or drop a comment in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. Again, just feel free to drop a comment in the chat. Love to hear from you. Love to hear what your thoughts are throughout this game. We are talking about this dynamic kickoff thing. So kickoff is going to remain from about the 35-yard line. And the landing zone has to be inside of the 20. So the ball will kick from the 35-yard line. There's no surprise onside kick anymore. The start line is going to be the 40-yard line, the opposing 40-yard line. Play starts when the ball touches the player or hits the ground inside of the landing zone, which is inside the red zone, the 20-yard line. The return team has a setup zone that must have a minimum of 9 players between the 30 and the 35-yard line. And then again, things are just getting ready here. So we will see that in action live. It's kind of a modified, if you've seen what it's, certainly if you saw it last week in the Hall of Fame game. And then also if you've seen it in the UFL, this is a variation of that. But that's where things are standing right now. So we are getting ready here. Jake Elliott is out to kick it away. Actually, I apologize. It looks like my mistake. It looks like the Eagles are going to get the ball first. Kenny Gainwell is back to receive the kick. Basically, so the ball's going to get dropped inside of the 20-yard line, basically, is what needs to happen. So Justin Tucker is lining up. There's a hole. This is designed to try to increase returns and increase competitiveness on the kickoff. So there have to be 9 people on the Eagles' 35-yard line. The landing zone is inside the 20. And the kick is away. And that is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So I believe the touchback rules have changed as well. So the touchback goes to the 30-yard line now. So, Kenny Gainwell not really receiving it. So the Eagles will get the ball to start at the 30-yard line. So we got 1st and 10. And we do have Kenny Pickett out to start. So we do not have Jalen Hurts, but we do have Kenny Pickett. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his left. Pickett takes a snap, throws. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be bounced up to about the 35-yard line, and that is Britton Covey. Gets up officially to the 36-yard line. That is a 6-yard gain brought down by Wiggins and Board for the Baltimore Ravens. So Britton Covey getting a little bit of action here on this first play of the Eagles preseason. Lining up on the offensive line right now, Brett Toth is at center. Tyler Steen is hanging out there in the guard position. So we got Pickett lining up now, empty backfield. Pickett takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. That is going to be caught, and that is going to get out to a first down, out to about the 43-yard line, and that is going to be Greg Wilson. I'm sorry, not Greg. Wilson is number... it's Johnny Wilson. I'm sorry, wide receiver Johnny Wilson. And that is going to bring up an Eagles first down. So we got 1st and 10 here now. Pickett lines up in the gun. Gainwell to his left. Pickett takes a snap. Hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell picks up about 9 yards and is finally brought down at the Baltimore 48-yard line. So that's going to be a 9-yard gain. That will bring up 2nd and 1. We have 13 and a half minutes left to play in the first quarter here, folks. And Gainwell just exploiting the hole that was opened up there on the offensive line. And the Eagles are in Baltimore territory. So Pickett in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell going to power through, gets to about the 43-yard line of the Baltimore Ravens. And they're going to officially mark him down at the 44. So it's a 4-yard pickup brought down by Simpson. And that's going to bring up... it should be a... so that gives them a first down. All right, so Pickett in the gun, Gainwell to his left. And we have our first flag of the preseason here. And that is going to be a false start. They got Fred Johnson on that, so that is going to march the Eagles back 5 yards. First and 15 now. We got 12 and a half left in the first quarter. Ball is on the Baltimore 49-yard line. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to throw, and it is going to be incomplete. Knocked down by Wiggins. He was looking for Johnny Wilson there, and that is going to bring up 2nd down. So it's 2nd and 15 for the Eagles. So we got 2nd and 15 now. Yeah, that was Alrighty. So you got Pickett in the gun, back to his right. Slot to the near side. Pickett takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. That's going to be caught, and that is going to be brought inside of the 45 down to about the 42-yard line, and that is Grant Calcaterra on the reception. So that is an 8-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 7. Officially gets down to the 41-yard line. We have a 6-play, 29-yard drive that has taken 2 minutes and 42 seconds. We are at, and counting, we're at 11:45 left in the first quarter. 3rd and 8. Pickett in the gun. We got a back to his right. Slot to the near side. Pickett takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. You have one-on-one, and nobody, and Wiggins had his back to it. He was looking for Ross, but it was incomplete. So that's going to bring up 4th and 8. They're correcting the stat there. So 4th and 8 from the Baltimore 42. He was trying to draw John Ross, I'm sorry, was who he was looking for, and that's going to bring up 4th and 8, and Sirianni's going to go for it. It looks like here, as well as Kellen Moore here. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Pickett in the gun. Takes the snap back. Looking. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw, and that is going to be way overthrown. Incomplete. Looking for Ngata. Again, he was covered by Wiggins, and that's going to be a turnover on downs here. So the Baltimore Ravens will come up to the plate here. Eagles come up with nothing. Getting into Baltimore territory, though. Yeah, that was Joseph Ngata that Pickett was looking for on that last play of the drive. And unfortunately, it looks like it did not pan out. Eagles were moving the ball pretty well, though. So that's something to be said about that. Yeah, the ball is moving pretty well. It's just it kind of fizzled out at the end there, and certainly some of that's to be expected. I mean, offenses really aren't going to be showing any hands or anything like that, especially with this particular game, because even though the Eagles and the Ravens are facing off against each other in the preseason, they will face off against each other later on, so the Eagles certainly don't want to let the Ravens get too much of a head start on some things to be wary of. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts were about that opening drive. And then, yeah, there were some things there that were just a little weird. I know they were trying to draw maybe a little bit of pass interference, and no ref wants to be the first referee to call pass interference in the preseason. But yeah, speaking of which, the game officials for this game is Cleet Blakeman as the referee, Scott Campbell, the umpire, Dana McKenzie, the down judge, Julian Mapp, the line judge, the back judge is Jonah Monroe, field judge is Karina Tovar, side judge James Coleman, and the replay official is Chad Adams. Alright, so again, the Ravens are taking over. Ball is on their own 42. Takes a snap, back, hands it off, and that's going to get into Eagles territory, and that does result in a first down. That was Wright, who picked up a 12-yard pickup brought down by Kelly Ringo. And that does bring up a Baltimore first down. Owen Wright, the running back. So 1st and 10. Ball is on the Eagles' 46. Takes a snap back, throws it to Wright. Wright catches that. It's going to get a first down. Gets down to about the 30-yard line. Down to officially the 29-yard line. That will bring up another Ravens first down. So 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Ravens. And their quarterback is Josh Johnson right now. So Vontae Maddox there with the stop, keeps him from going farther, pushes him out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So now we've got 1st and 10. Wright lines up under center. Man in the backfield. Wright takes a snap, hands it off. I'm sorry. Johnson takes a snap, hands it off to Wright, who gets nowhere. There we go. Yep, so nowhere. That brings up 2nd and 10. Ball is still on the Eagles' 29-yard line. One thing we do know about John Harbaugh is he actually does try to win the preseason. Okay, so we got Johnson in the backfield, in the gun, empty backfield. Eagles sending extra pressure. Johnson takes a snap, throws incomplete. It was tipped at the line. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down. So we got 9:27 left in the first quarter here. It's 3rd and 10. Ball is on the 29-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. It was tipped by Jalen Carter. And he was looking for Scotty Washington. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Johnson in the gun. Man to his left. Johnson takes a snap. Back looking, throws incomplete. It was knocked away by Quinyon Mitchell, the rookie, the first round pick for the Eagles. Johnson was looking for Malik Cunningham. So that's going to bring up 4th and 10 with 9:24 left in the first quarter. And Justin Tucker is on to attempt the field goal. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in this first quarter, the Ravens have struck first. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 0, the Ravens 3. Yeah, so we will see that kickoff again. I'm not sure I'm a really big fan of the way that now I know a lot of that was probably second teamers, but the Eagles kind of let the Ravens move down the field a lot. So certainly can't say I was a big fan of that. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Would love to hear from you. Yeah, that was a yeah. They're showing the replays of Quinyon Mitchell there, and certainly that was a really good stop there on third down by Quinyon Mitchell, showing everybody why he was the Eagles' first draft pick, why they were a mistake to let them go. This kick is going to be fielded by Kenny Gainwell down at the 10, gets up to about the 25-yard line, and that is going to be where the Eagles will pick up from. It's a 19-yard return, so it's going to bring up first and 10. We got 9:15 left in the first quarter here. Pickett is lined up in the gun. We got Gainwell behind him in the eye. Pickett takes the snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell going to pick up about 3 or 4 there, depending on how much they give him credit for. They will only give him credit for 3. We'll get up to the 28-yard line. And that'll bring up second and 7 for the Eagles. Tyler Steen getting guard reps, which is always good to see. He is the favorite for the right guard position. So we got Pickett in the gun. We got Gainwell to his left. Bunch formation to the near side. Pickett takes a snap, throws, caught by Britton Covey. Covey going to get up to the first down marker, gets to the 35-yard line. Covey, who is normal, Britton Covey, who last year was the best punt returner in the NFL, arguably. That was a shining spot in the Eagles over the course of the last year. The special teams was a non-issue last season. Britton Covey getting some reps at wide receiver, which is where he's listed. Pickett in the gun, back to his right. Pickett takes a snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell going to get across the 40-yard line down to about the 43. And we are inside of 7 minutes and 55 seconds left in this first quarter. That is going to bring up second and 3 for the Eagles from their own 42-yard line. Definitely drop some comments in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. We really try to bring you a lot of great conversations, great football content. Pickett in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off, and going to get up to right about the 46-yard line is Will Shipley, another Eagles draft pick. Will Shipley getting his first yards of the preseason. Shipley gets up to the 46-yard line for the Eagles. That will bring up a first down for them. So Pickett in the gun, Shipley to his right. Pickett takes a snap, hands it off to Shipley. Shipley not going to get as many yards this time, gets up to about the 49-yard line. They actually will only credit him to the 48, so that's going to be a pickup of 2. It's a 2-yard pickup brought down by Robinson and Senat. So Robinson and Senat, and that's going to bring up second and 8 for the Eagles. We are at 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter here. Ball's on the Eagles' 48-yard line. Pickett's in the gun. Got Shipley to his left. Pickett takes a snap, throws, and it's going to be caught for a first down by Ross. So again, that was Johnny Ross there. All right, yeah, John Ross, wide receiver. And that is going to be an Eagles first down, and the Eagles get back into Baltimore territory. Brought down around the 43-yard line. 5:53, 5:52, 5:51, 5:50 left in the first. Pickett in the gun, Shipley to his right. Pickett takes a snap, hands it off to Shipley. Shipley going to get down to around the 36-yard line is where they will mark him down. That's going to bring up second and 3 for the Eagles. We got Kenny Pickett in the gun again. Shipley to his left. Pickett takes a snap, hands it off to Shipley. Shipley going to get inside of the 35-yard line and not much farther. Gets down to, they will only credit him actually to the 35. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. We are at 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Kellen Moore out there calling the offense, as has been the custom for Nick Sirianni, but unlike previous seasons, this offense is going to be Kellen Moore's design. So we're not seeing a ton of it right now, though. Pickett in the gun, back to his right. Pickett takes a snap, hands it off to Shipley. Shipley is going to fight over the pile, does wind up picking up the first down, gets to the 32-yard line, and that will bring up an Eagles first down. Yeah, and I'm really impressed by the fact that he was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep fighting over this pile here. That awareness of knowing that he was not, in fact, down, that there were players underneath him to try to get those extra yards and try to get across the first down marker. We're at 4 minutes left in the first quarter here. Pickett in the gun, back to his right. Pickett takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws. That is going to be caught by Grant Calcaterra down around the 25-yard line, and that is where they will mark him down. That's going to be a 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 for the Eagles with 3:40 left in the first quarter. Is brought down by Jackson for the Ravens. E. Jackson. Alrighty. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap, hands it off to Shipley. Shipley going to get run into a wall and is ultimately brought down backwards, so he does not get farther than the 22. They will actually credit him to the 22, which is a first down, I believe. No, they will not. And I apologize. That's not Shipley. That is Nichols. So he's wearing number 38 for the offense. Lou Nichols. All right, Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Shipley, throws, and that is going to be caught, and that is going to be brought down out around the 13-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. That was Ross again there. John Ross on the reception. So it's a 9-yard pickup, and it brings up Eagles 2nd and 1. And John Ross was fighting to keep that, and now he's on the sideline. All right, Kenny Pickett lines up in the gun. We got back to his left. Pickett takes a high snap, hands it off to Shipley. Shipley is going to pick up the first down, gets down inside the 10-yard line. That will bring up 1st and goal for the Eagles. So it's the first time that the Eagles have been in the red zone, first time they've been inside the 10-yard line this preseason. Again, feels so good to have football back here, everybody. This is a 13-play, 65-yard drive. It's taken 7 minutes and 25 seconds and counting so far. We got 1:19 left in the first quarter here. Pickett in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Shipley. Shipley picks up about 3, gets down to the 7. We are crossing the minute mark in just a few moments here. Yep, we're at about a minute left in the first quarter. 2nd and goal. Ball's on the 7-yard line. So we got 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Pickett under center. And now we've got a stoppage. And the Eagles have taken their first charged timeout of the half. So they do have 2 remaining. and that's going to send this game to a commercial break. 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Eagles have the ball on the Ravens 7-yard line. It's second and goal for the Eagles. Eagles are behind by a field goal. What are your thoughts about this game so far? They actually corrected the time, so it's 35 seconds left in the first quarter. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about this game so far. So Jalen Hurts is not even dressed for this game. He's talking with right. He's spending a lot of time talking right now with Doug Nussmeier. He is the quarterback's coach, one of the newer hires for the Eagles over the offseason. Eagles, for the most part, have their second team out on the field. If you take a look at the official the unofficial depth chart that the Eagles put out, so there's a lot more surety in certain areas. The biggest, so they haven't settled on a couple things. They haven't settled on Devin White or Nakobe Dean, and then Zach Bond or Jeremiah Trotter Jr. as the starting linebacker. And they haven't settled on Isaiah Rodgers or Kelly Ringo as a starting corner. All right, so we got Kenny Pickett. We're back from the timeout. Kenny Pickett lines up under center. Shipley behind him. Pickett takes a snap back, out throws, caught by Shipley. Touchdown, Eagles. And that is the first touchdown this preseason. And the Eagles take the lead in this game. This is a great, they're showing the replay right now here. Shipley just kind of does a little bit of an out route. Takes it and tumbles his way in for the touchdown. So that was, they were expecting the Eagles to run it up the gut, and they didn't. Jake Elliott on for the kick. Snap, hold, kick is off the upright and no good. So the a rare miss by Jake Elliott. It doesn't really matter what time of year it is. But we have 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And with 30 seconds left in the first quarter, the Eagles do take the lead. It is Eagles 6, Ravens 3. So, yeah, solid drive by the Eagles there. Solid drive. That was a 15-play, 75-yard drive. Took 8 minutes and 50 seconds off of the clock. And now we will see how Jake Elliott handles the first go at the new kickoff rules. So the Eagles have two away games during the preseason and one home game during the preseason. So they have this game is away in Baltimore next week on August 15th. They will be at New England. And then the following week, they will be at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. What are your how are you feeling about this game? How are you feeling about this Eagles team? Preseason's a good opportunity to get a look at some of the depth that the Eagles have. I did like the turnout by Will Shipley here. Jake Elliott on to kick this away here. And that is going to be fielded and brought and fumbled. No, not fumbled. That was caused by the ground there, I think. But Josh Jobe does fall onto it. No, that he was on. No, that ball's not out before he hits the ground. So that's going to stay Baltimore ball. That's the kind of heads up playing that you need to see here, and good job on Josh Jobe to fall right on top of that. But yeah, with 22 seconds left in the first quarter, this will be Baltimore's football at the 31. Now uh, that was a 31-yard return, which I'm not pleased by. But Johnson under center takes a snap, dumps it off, and that is going to be dumps it off, gets about 5 there. That would be right on the carry. So now Johnson in the gun, back to his right. Johnson waiting for the clock to expire. So we are now through 15 minutes of play in the preseason. And the Philadelphia Eagles are on top 6-3. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Again, love to hear from you. right, so we are coming back from the break here. Johnson in the gun, takes a snap back, looking, throws wide open, is Kirkwood, and that's a 19-yard pickup, gets down to the Eagles' 40-yard line, is brought down by Isaiah Rodgers there. And I'm sorry, wide open was a little bit of a misstatement there. Rodgers was playing him soft. And then Avonte Maddox came over and wildly overread the reception. So now it's 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 40. Johnson in the gun, back to his left. Johnson takes a snap, back looking, throws, caught, and that is going to be short of the first down marker. Caught right around the 33-yard line. And that would be Wallace on the reception, brought down by Josh Hunt. So brought down by Josh Hunt there. So it's going to bring up actually 2nd and 2. Johnson in the gun, back to his right, and now we've got a flag here, and that is going to probably march the Ravens back about 5 yards. Yeah, they got Falele there for false start. So that is going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Ravens. Johnson in the gun, back to his right. Johnson takes a snap, back looking, throws, and that is going to be caught for the first down by Wallace. Right at the out of bounds marker, gets down to about the 19-yard line. That is a 19-yard pickup. You had Kelly Ringo there forcing him out. Johnson in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Wright. Wright's going to pick up about 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the Eagles' 17-yard line. We got 12, 53, 52, 51, 50 left in the second quarter. So again, 13:08. I'm sorry, 12:40 now. Johnson in the gun, back to his left. Johnson takes the snap. He's back, he's looking. Pressure coming. Johnson going to roll out to his right. Johnson going to pick up the first down, and a little bit more, runs out of bounds, maybe about a yard more. Does get inside the 10, so it is going to be 1st and goal for the Ravens from the Eagles' 8-yard line. It was a 9-yard pickup, forced out of bounds by Josh Hunt. And now we got 1st and goal. Johnson under center, back in the backfield. Johnson takes a snap, back, hands it off, and is going to pick up about 3 there. Gets down to the 5-yard line. That'll be Ali, Rasheen Ali there on the run. And that brings up 2nd and goal from the 5. 11 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first half. Johnson in the gun, back to his left. Johnson, man in motion. Johnson takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be incomplete. It was bobbled by number 87, looking for Kirkwood. Pass defended by Kelly Ringo. Pass broken up by Kelly Ringo, really. But yeah, Keith Kirkwood unable to bring it in for the Ravens. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Johnson takes the snap. Looking, nobody there. He's going to take off, and he's only going to get 2. So that's going to bring up 4th and goal for the Ravens. From the Eagles' 3-yard line. We got 11 minutes left in the first half here, folks. Ball is on the 3-yard line, and they're going to send Justin Tucker out for the field goal. Little chip shot here for Justin Tucker. .10:35. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is right down the middle and good. So with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the first half, the Ravens tie it back up. It is 6-all. All right, yeah, so looking at that again, preseason game, you're not looking for... You're not going to see all of the quirks. You're not going to see all of the... you're not going to see every wrinkle that the offense has in store. That's the kind of stuff that you save for the regular season, for the season opener in Sao Paulo against the Green Bay Packers. You save that kind of stuff for really just for the regular season and maybe for the postseason down the line if you need to throw some stuff in. Right now, we're just looking at player performance. Really impressed by Will Shipley. I mean, through this point in the game, Will Shipley is 7 carries for 23 yards. So, really like his awareness. Really like the fact that he's able to. Really like his speed. Really, for that matter. Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of other folks that have really impressed me. Britton Covey, 2 catches for 13 yards so far. And then John Ross, 2 catches on 3 targets for 18 yards. Grant Calcaterra is a familiar player for the Eagles, so we kind of know him even if he's not the starter at this point. He's definitely somebody that the Eagles know. So, yeah, that's certainly something to be mindful of. He's got 2 catches for 14 yards. Then you've got, also on the Will Shipley stat line, 1 catch for 7 yards as well. So you can add, he's got 30 collective yards of offense, which, again, these are things where these are the kinds of things that you're looking for here. Is who are the players that are really standing out to you. All right, we are coming back from the commercial break. We're going to see that kickoff again. Remember, Justin, if you're catching any of the TV broadcasts, Justin Tucker's lined up at his own 35. He kicks that off, and that is going to be fielded at the 1, and that's going to be brought back up to the 20, out to about the 25-yard line where it's going to be brought down. That was Will Shipley. So that's a 24-yard return. And yeah, that's just, I mean, now I will say this, so about this is that given how everything is given how players are lined up, right? So you have them all lined up in their own or in the receiving team's own territory. There's more of a likelihood that players are going to be blocked. So, all right, so we got 1st and 10. We got Kenny Pickett still in empty backfield. Pickett in the gun. Pickett takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to get pressure and get back up to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up an extra yard. Gets up to the 26-yard line, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 9. So interesting. So a little bit of different strategy here. So we got Kellen Moore, who is again, he's running the offense. It's his offense this year. There's been no question about that. He's on the sideline. Meanwhile, you got Vic Fangio, who is the defensive mastermind here. He is in the booth. So Pickett in the gun. Back, takes the snap, hands it off to Lou Nichols. Nichols is going to pick up about, call that about 6 or 7 maybe. They will credit him for 7. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Gets up to the 33-yard line. Lou Nichols the third. And we got 9:14, 9:13, 9:12 left in the first half. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap, hands it off, and it's going to get stuffed just before the first down marker. So I don't think he's going to get the first down, and they will not credit him for the first down. He gets 4th and 1, gets up to the 34-yard line. So 4th and 1. We'll see what the Eagles decide to dial up here. They're going to do the brotherly shove. They're going to try that out here. Kenny Pickett does get it. The brotherly shove still works, and the Eagles get a first down out of the deal. All these people saying, I don't think the Eagles are going to be able to run the brotherly shove anymore now that Jason Kelsey's retired. Well, look, the Eagles just put out their second teamers. And to be fair, it's against the Ravens' second teamers. But the Eagles just put out their second teamers and were able to convert on the brotherly shove. Take that. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 36-yard line. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap, back, looking. Pressure coming. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to take off. We have a flag down. Pickett will take a slide down at about the 41-yard line, but the Eagles will get called for holding, so that's coming back. They nailed Tyler Steen for holding. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's the second penalty of the game against the Eagles. And they're showing the replay now. Yeah. That was a little bit of a sales job there by the Ravens player. Okay, so it's going to bring up 1st and 20 for the Eagles. Pickett takes a snap, back, looking, throws, and that is going to get caught, and that is going to be brought up to about the 29-yard line. So it's going to be a pick of about 3. That's C.J. Uzoma on the reception. 3-yard pickup, finally stopped by Jones, who's going to get the credit for the tackle. And that's going to put us inside of 7 minutes left to play in the first half. So we got Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, incomplete. Didn't really find anybody, but he was out of the pocket. Refs also let the Eagles get away with a little bit of a false start there. The right guard, the right tackle had moved just a hair early, in my opinion. This is actually the time of year where I would rather the refs be a little bit more of a stickler about that kind of stuff, simply because you want to beat the bad habits out of them. All right, so we got 6:26 left in the first half here. Pickett is in the gun, back to his left. It's 3rd and 17. Pickett takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught. It's short of the 40, nowhere near the first down marker. And that is John Ross there. So he's going to be credited up to the 39-yard line, and that's going to bring a 4th and 7. We'll see what the Eagles decide to do here. Last time they were in a 4th down situation, they decided to go for it. They might not be doing that this time. They might be sending the punting unit out. Yes, they did send the punting unit out, so Braden Mann out there to punt it away. Punting rules have not changed. You got 5:44 left in the first half. Mann takes a snap and kicks it away. And that is going to get fielded inside the 15 and is going to get about 5, maybe 6 yards on the return. That would be Williams on the return. They will actually credit him for 7. They say he fielded it at the 13-yard line, so they will credit him for 7. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. credited with the stop. So with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left to play in the first half, it is going to be, we're still all tied up, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Ravens when the commercial break wraps up from their own 20-yard line. So long field for the Ravens. But what we have seen is the Ravens be able to shorten the long field. So just something to be mindful of. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about this game. Certainly about the players. Who are the players that you're excited by? Otherwise, right now we're just hanging out. So. So again, Jalen Hurts not even dressed here. Dave Spadaro, friend of the show, talking to Cam Jurgens. You got 1st and 10. Ball's on the Ravens 20. Johnson in the gun, back to his left. Johnson takes a snap, back, looking, pressure coming. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. The Eagles were jumping on it, hoping that it was a fumble, but it was not. Incomplete pass for the Eagles, or for the Ravens. That is going to bring up 2nd and 10. And we actually, hang on, we have a flag here. They're going to get Nolan Smith for defensive holding. So that's a 5-yard penalty going to be enforced there, and it does result in an automatic first down. So it's 1st and 10 now for the Ravens from their own 25-yard line. Johnson under center. Johnson takes a snap, hands it off. Going to pick up about 3 or 4 there. That would be right again. That would be Owen Wright again. Up to the 29-yard line. That's a 4-yard pickup. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. on the stop. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Or 2nd and 7, I'm sorry. Johnson in the gun, takes a snap, back, throws, and they're going to say that he caught that. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. The play is looks like there's going to be a challenge coming in on that, though. Yeah, we do have our first coach's challenge of the game here. Nick Sirianni does not believe he caught that football. So, I mean, doesn't hurt to have him look at it. Yeah, they're saying that there might have been a little bit of movement there and that the ball wasn't really in control when it hit the ground. So we're taking that to commercial. I can kind of see, based off of the review, I can kind of see where things, or where that conclusion is coming from. The angle that they were showing on TV was not conclusive enough for me, though, to overturn it. So, but it is our first coach's challenge, so. And a lot of this right now is just kind of trying to make sure that everything is everybody is on the same page with what is what. Okay, so the Eagles did in fact overturn, or did get that play overturned. So the play was reversed here. Um, so it was an incomplete pass. He was looking for Ryan there. They did, I guess, the movement that was there towards the end was enough to catch it. So. Right, so we got first and 10. I'm sorry, third and 7. I'm sorry. Ball is on the Ravens 27-yard line, and now we got a flag down. So I wonder what this flag is here. And the Eagles are going to just hand him 5 free yards. So it's going to bring up third and 2 now. It was a neutral zone infraction, and they nailed. I don't think they named a player. But yep, third and 2. Johnson in the gun, back to his right. 4:50 left in the half. Johnson takes a snap back, looking, and is going to be, I guess that is a sack. That is a sack by Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Yep, that goes down as a sack because he was brought down at the line of scrimmage. So, the first sack for the son of the Axeman. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2, and we will see the Ravens punting unit on the field. And the kick is away. Yeah, Britton Covey back to return it. Fields it at about the 12. Gets up to about the 20. Breaks a tackle. Gets to the 25. Gets to the 30. Gets to the 35. Down around the 37 is where Covey will be finally brought down. They will credit him to the 38. But again, Covey, who has been a stellar punt returner over the course of especially last season, comes up with a big punt return this go. 27-yard punt return, finally brought down by Stout on the Ravens. So that would be Jordan Stout, who in fact was the punter. And that's going to make a 1st and 10. They're actually going to correct it to 37, my bad. So 1st and 10. Pickett in the gun, Shipley to his right. Pickett takes a snap back, looking, throws, incomplete. It is off the hands of Albert Okwuegbunam. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at 3:52. But yeah, 2nd and 10. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's looking. He's got time. He throws, and it is incomplete. He was looking again for Albert Okwuegbunam there. Wiggins again on the stop. Nate Wiggins, corner for the Ravens. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. So Pickett in the gun. Got Shipley to his right. 3:47 left in the first half. 3rd and 10. Pickett takes a snap. Back. Looking. Pressure coming. Pickett's going to get sacked. Pickett gets sacked. It's going to bring up 4th and 20. Brought down at the 27-yard line, and that will send the punting unit on the field. So, not a good look by the offensive line there. Now, to be fair, I will say the Ravens sent a couple extra guys, and Shipley tripped one of them up, but was unable to. The second guy was still a free guy. So, giant gaping hole there on the left side of the offensive line, and that's what caused the sack. So, we got 3:06 left in the first half here. We're still tied 6-6. 4th and 20. Ball is on the Eagles' 27-yard line. Braden Mann out to punt. Mann, snap, hold, kick. Away, and it's going to be fielded at about the 17-yard line. Going to get up to about the 22 or 23-yard line, so that's going to be about a 5-yard pickup. I'm sorry, I misread it. It was fielded at about the 20, at about the 21, and officially it was brought out to the 28. So. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Ravens with 2:46 left in the first half. Johnson in the gun, back to his right. Johnson. Back. Takes a snap. He's looking, pressure coming, he throws, and that is going to be incomplete. Hit as he threw was, or hit as he was trying to receive it. Target was right, Owen Wright there. Nakobe Dean's sighting. He was, Nakobe Dean got the hit there, got the pass breakup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. in the gun. Takes a snap. Back looking. Throws incomplete. Looking for right again. It was a little screen pass short of the line. So that will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Ravens. 2:38 left in the half. Free guy coming in there too with the on that play there. Johnson in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Wright. Wright going to pick up about 6 there, maybe 7. We'll see how many they credit him for. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is on the stop for that. They will credit him for 7. So that's going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Ravens from their own 35-yard line, and we'll probably see the kicking unit come on. Or the punting unit, sorry. Probably see the punting unit come on the field. But we will first see the 2-minute warning because they're not going to do that. So we are at the 2-minute warning, folks, and we are all tied up. All right, and just let me know what your thoughts are about this game. Again, love to hear from you. But yeah, I've been really impressed by Will Shipley. Loving the Jeremiah Trotter sightings. Longtime Eagles fan. The longtime Eagles fan in me loving the Jeremiah Trotter Jr. sightings. Definitely worth taking him. Quinyon Mitchell. Enjoy seeing him around there. All right. On to punt it away is Stout. That's going to be fielded. But it's going to be brought out of bounds. And that is Smith there on the fielding there. Anais Smith. So, all right. So the Eagles will get the ball to for the final few minutes. We got 1:53 left in the first half. Pickett in the gun, Shipley to his right. Pickett takes a snap, fakes a throw, back looking, fires, caught by Britton Covey. Just short of the 25-yard line, gets to about the 24. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. So got about a minute and a half left. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap, back, looking. He's going to roll to his left, throws, caught by Covey right around the 30-yard line. That is a first down. The Eagles are in a little bit of a hurry-up mode, so we'll see how they cope with that. 1:20 left in the first half. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, overthrown, and now we have a flag coming in here. So that will stop the clock. Potentially a little bit of a holding action there. They will get him for pass interference. So they will get number 5 of the Ravens. It's going to be Armour Davis for defensive pass interference. Jalen Armour Davis. It's going to be enforced at the 31. Will hand the Eagles a first down. It's a 10-yard penalty. So 1st and 10 from the 41. Pickett in the gun, takes a snap, back looking, throws, overthrows Ross. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles with 62 seconds left in the first half. John Ross. Who is the Eagles' most targeted receiver so far tonight. 3 catches on 5 targets. Pickett in the gun, takes a snap, back looking, throwing right out of the hands of Wilson. Right out of the hands of John Wilson. Johnny Wilson there, so that will put us inside of 60 seconds. We have 59 seconds left in the first half here. It is 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. The Eagles looking to get an opportunity to maybe break this tie they've been knotted at for. They've been knotted at since the 10.5 minute mark in the second quarter. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Play clock winding down. Pickett takes a snap, back, looking, pressure coming. Pickett's going to roll to his right. Pickett looking, firing, and that is going to be caught by Albert Okuebanam, but it is well short of the first down marker. Only gets up to about the 47-yard line, and we do have the clock stopped at 51 seconds left. 4th and 4. What do the Eagles decide to do here? And a lot of this is just kind of trying to make sure that guys get put into different situations and what can they do here. That's one of the benefits of preseason games is they don't count, so gives them an opportunity, and the Eagles will in fact leave the offense on the field. Kenny Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Alberto goes in motion. Pickett and actually there's going to be a timeout called, so I guess they were just trying to draw them off sides. Eagles take their second charge timeout of the half. Clock stopped at 51 seconds. And they will send, at this point, probably the punting unit out. Yep, Pickett's going off to the sideline. Now they're going to... Kellen Moore's talking to Kenny Pickett, and it looks like they're going to leave the offense out. So we got 4th and 4. 51 seconds left in the first half. Pickett in the gun. Back to his left. Pickett. Slot to the far side. Brayton Covey goes in motion to the near side. Pickett is now going to get called for delay game. So how about this news here? Nick Foles is going to be retiring as an Eagle. He's the Eagles quarterback for 5 total seasons, 3 seasons from under Chip Kelly, the 2012 season, or Andy Reid and Chip Kelly years, and then certainly the years that the Eagles went to, or the year that the Eagles won Super Bowl 52. Braden Mann on to punt this away here. And that's going to get fielded inside the 15, and that's where that's where Williams is going to get brought down. So down to about the 12-yard line. So it actually gets fielded around the 10. But yeah, Nick Foles is going to be retiring as a Philadelphia Eagle. The only town that he was at where he won the Super Bowl. For the iconic Philly special play. Johnson in the gun, takes a snap, back looking, throws, incomplete. He was running around in the end zone for a little while. He wound up looking for Wade and could not get it. Wade just simply could not bring it in. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Ravens from their own 12-yard line. Dayton Wade was the target on that. So Johnson in the gun, back to his right. Johnson takes a snap, back, looking. Pressure coming. Johnson throws, and that is going to be tapped around and incomplete. Again, that is going to be Kelly Ringo there on the stop. He was looking for Isaiah Washington. Yep, Isaiah Washington. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Ravens from their own 12-yard line. We have 30 seconds left in the first half. Johnson in the gun, back behind him. Johnson takes a snap, hands it off, and that's going to go nowhere. I'm sorry, it picks up about 4 yards, but does get stopped, does not get anywhere close to the first down marker, and that will cause the Eagles to take their final timeout. So that will force the Ravens to punt it away. We've got 24 seconds left in the first half here. We'll give the Eagles a shot to maybe try to untie this game before halftime. The Ravens will get the ball to start the second half. So that's just something to be aware of. Ainias Smith is back to return the punt. Another Eagles draft pick there, Ainias Smith. And the kick is away. It's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line and is not really going to go anywhere else. Gets up to about the 27. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 15 seconds left. Ball is on the Eagles' 27-yard line. 15 seconds left in this first half here. So Kenny Pickett is back out on the field. Pickett lines up in the gun, back to his left. Pickett takes a snap, and now we've got a timeout called, actually. So there will be no play. Timeout, first timeout of the half called by Baltimore. Baltimore coach John Harbaugh, again, really tries to win preseason games. He's probably the only coach in the NFL that actually tries to win these games as an objective goal. Because that's really not the goal of the preseason. The goal of the preseason is to try to really just make sure that that you're getting good looks at players in game environments. So we got Pickett in the gun. Back to his left. Pickett takes a snap back. Looking, pressure coming. Pickett's going to get sacked, and that is going to do it for the half. So we are entering halftime, folks. And at halftime, we remain tied. It is 6-all. All right, yeah, so just make sure to drop a comment in the chat. Love to hear from you regarding what your thoughts are for this this game, these players, what you're thinking. Love to hear from you. All right, yeah, let's take a look at some of these first half stats here, because, yeah, that's really kind of where things are at right now. So, again, most impressive thing that I'm seeing is the production by Will Shipley, who has been stellar at the running back position. 7 carries for 23 yards. Longest rush was 7 yards, so not where Kenny Gainwell has been. Gainwell 4 carries for the same yardage, but that's not where Will Shipley is vying for. Will Shipley is vying for that third running back spot, and certainly he looks to be a strong contender for that. Certainly stronger than Lou Nichols, who has not put forward the same degree of production yet. 3 carries for 11 yards, which is, again, that's good. But the Eagles went out and drafted Will Shipley, so that's certainly something that's going to factor into his favor. But yeah, 7 carries, 23 yards, and then also factoring into Shipley's favor is the fact that he has 1 catch for 7 yards, which again is a pretty solid factor in there as well. So, yeah, plenty of good stuff there on that front. Kenny Pickett, 13 for 21, 90 yards, 1 touchdown. Got a passer rating of 87.4. So, yeah, again, just some solid showings here. I think the disappointing element of this, or really probably the more disappointing element of this, is the fact that the Eagles have gotten into Ravens territory a couple of times and really haven't been able to to finish it out here. So that's definitely one of the more disappointing elements of this. But yeah, John Ross, most targeted receiver so far, 3 catches on 5 targets. Britton Covey again. So I'm impressed with. We were all impressed with Britton Covey as a or as a punt returner last season. He was again arguably one of the best punt returners around, and we got to see a little bit of his action, but we are definitely seeing his action tonight on the receiver realm. He is perfect so far. 4 catches on 4 targets for 25 yards. Longest reception was 7 yards. So, but yeah, I think Covey definitely deserves a solid look at that wide receiver 3 slot that the Eagles have competition for. At least deserves a look at that. Grant Calcaterra, 2 for 2 on the night so far, 14 yards. Only touchdown, again, coming from Will Shipley in the receiving game. So, again, that's always good to see. Yeah, and then you have, let's take a look at some of the defensive stats here. Alberto, 1 for 3. For 6. Alberto Guebenon, 1 for 3, 6 yards. Yeah, Alberto hasn't really impressed me a whole lot. Josh Hunt, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Both have 3 tackles combined. The only sack of the game for the Eagles defense coming from the latter, from Trot Jr. So that's always something great. You get to see the acumen of that. So. A couple other things here I'm looking at. Stat line wise, yeah, not really a whole lot to write home about on the defense. Defense is doing decent enough. Loved seeing Quinyon Mitchell get into some of the action there in terms of pass breakups and things of that nature. Kelly Ringo showing up on the pass defense a couple of times. And yeah, Quinyon Mitchell again getting in that action there. That first round pick that the Eagles were very, very fortunate to get. I don't think that there was certainly it was a very fortunate opportunity for the Eagles to pick him up. That there was a run on the quarterbacks in the first 10, 15 picks. So. Yeah, we're just here. We're hanging out. Again, just let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Any players standing out? I will say this. The fact that there have been 2 sacks on Kenny Pickett and neither of those two sacks were all that great. Although, to be fair, one of them occurred in garbage time in the first half. So, but yeah, the first sack that was a loss of 10 there was no bueno, and the Eagles' offensive line can't be letting too many more of them happen. They do happen occasionally. That comes from good defensive play. But yeah, overall, I will say this Eagles team, I am liking what I'm seeing. So halfway through the game. There are a couple other preseason games going on right now. So we've got we've got Miami hosting Atlanta, and Miami is on top of Atlanta, 17-10. I wonder what their quarterback situation's looking like, because that was disastrous. They've had both. Atlanta has had both Penix and Heineke in over the course of this game. So Atlanta causing a little bit of a kerfuffle there with Penix, or drafting Penix after paying Kirk Cousins a whole heck of a lot of money. They're just getting underway in the third quarter there. And then Houston is on top of Pittsburgh 20-6 in something that I am not really surprised about. Houston has had C.J. Stroud in, which I am going to be honest, I was not expecting them to do. C.J. Stroud has gone 2 for 4 for 41 yards and a touchdown in the passing game. Not a presence in the run game, but the fact that he was in at all is a little surprising for me. Because there is no question over in Houston that C.J. Stroud is the guy. So we are midway through the game here in Philly. Really, the game is being played in Baltimore right now. So according to Ari Myrov over at My Sports Update, apparently Cooper DeJean received a prank call during the draft telling him he had been drafted by the Packers, which we all know did not happen because he is on the Eagles. He's currently on the injured list right now. He's taking some. He's getting the mental reps in. No updates from the Eagles on his status, so it's probably going to be at least another week. Yeah, a friend of the show, Tom Grossi, dropped a comment saying that it totally wasn't him. And you can keep telling yourself that. You can keep telling us that one, Tom. But yeah. About ready to start the third quarter. Jake Elliott on to kick it away. And that's going to get fielded about the 4. And it's going to get brought out to the 25. Dropped at about the 26-yard line is where they're going to mark him down. So that was Collier on the return. And that does bring up a 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. Again, friend of the show, Dave Spadaro, Eagles Insider, talking right now with Nick Sirianni on the broadcast. If you are looking for, if you're in the Philadelphia area looking for the Eagles broadcast, you can catch that on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. Johnson looks like he's under center. No, it's not Johnson anymore. But he takes a snap, hands it off to Wright. Wright's going to get up to about the 30-yard line. That would be... and I'm sorry, it's not even Wright. It's Ali, Rashid Ali. Picks up about 2 yards, gets to the 29-yard line. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and Nolan Smith on the stop. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. We're at 14:25 left in the third. Under center. Takes a snap back, looking, throws, and that is going to be caught, but behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Is Wade, so he's going to lose a yard. Quarterback is Leary, so Devin Leary is the quarterback for the Ravens right now. He is listed according to the Ravens communication staff as the 3rd string quarterback. He is a rookie. Out of Kentucky. And he's in the gun right now, the back to his left, takes a snap back, looking, throws, and is just going to throw it well out of bounds. Incomplete. We'll stop the clock at 13:36, brings up 4th and 9, and we'll send the punting unit out onto the field. So if the Eagles do similarly, we will probably wind up seeing Tanner McKee in for the Eagles at quarterback. We could see Will Greer in too. Depends on who's feeling what. But Ravens are on to punt of the way. Stout boots it. And that's going to take an Eagles bounce. Gets to about the 41-yard line. Where it's finally downed by the Ravens. So the Eagles will get a short field to work with. And yes, we do see Tanner McKee coming. We see Kenny Pickett coming in. I'm sorry, I misread my number here. So Kenny Pickett's still back on the field. So Eagles still looking to get some looks from the 2nd string quarterback. Pickett's going to line up in the gun. We got it back to his left. Pickett. Ball on the 41. Takes a snap. Fakes a handoff. Keeps it himself. Gets up to the 42. Got 13:20 left in the third. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. Ball on the 42-yard line. We're at the 13-minute mark left in the third quarter here. Pickett in the gun, back to his left. Pickett. Takes a snap. Hands it off. And that's going to be Lou Nichols. It's going to pick up about 4 there. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 5 for the Eagles. They will actually only credit him to the 45-yard line, which brings up 3rd and 6. So 12:25 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 6. Kenny Pickett in the gun. Back to his right. Covey goes in motion to the near side. Takes a snap. Pickett throws. Caught by Nichols, but it is behind the line of scrimmage, and that's where it's going to get brought down. So he's going to lose about 2, and that will bring up 4th and 7, and we'll send the punting unit on the field. Hey, Dan, yeah, things are going all right. We're just kind of hanging out here. Game's tied 6-all. Got 11:50 left in this third quarter here. 4th and 7. We got Braden Mann coming on to punt this back to the Ravens. So, most impressive thing about the night here, I will say, is Will Shipley being a standout running back for the Eagles right now. Man on to punt it away, and he does, and that is going to get fielded. No, it's going to take a Ravens bounce, and it's going to get downed at the 10-yard line by, I'm sorry, I don't know who that, I can't even pronounce it, McPherson. I'm sorry, I saw the vague number, and I saw a word salad there. Who's throwing for us? We got Kenny Pickett on as quarterback. Still have Kenny Pickett on. He's been the quarterback all night. He's 14 for 22 for 89 yards and a touchdown in the passing game. And he's run 3 times for 4 yards. So, that's where things stand. Alrighty. Yep, so with 11:15 left in the third quarter, we got the Ravens have the ball at their own 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10 when the game comes back on, and it's tied 6-all. What did we give for in exchange for Pickett? I think we gave the Steelers a bag of magic beans. The Eagles got Pickett, the number 20 overall pick, or who was the number 20 overall in the 2022 draft. The Eagles also got a 4th rounder in exchange for a 2024 3rd rounder and a pair of 7th rounds in the 2025 draft. So that was the trade there, Dan. So it was a little bit of a mouthful, but yeah, we got Kenny Pickett in exchange for a bag of magic beans. I don't know. A couple of 7th rounders a year from now, and then a pick swap, 4th and 3rd, or a 4th rounder and a 3rd rounder isn't bad. It's really not. Eagles have Eagles have about 10 players who are 25 or younger. So that's definitely promising. Okay, so 1st and 10, ball's on the 10-yard line. Takes a snap, hands it off to Ali. Ali's going to pick up about 3 there. Leary, I keep forgetting, is the quarterback right now for the Ravens. All right, so 2nd and 7. Bunch formation on the far side. Then a man goes in motion to the near side. Leary's in the gun. Leary takes a snap, hands it off. Is going to pick up about 2 or 3, depending on how much they credit him for. Yeah, Ali, they're going to credit him for 3 yards. Mora Ojomo and Josh Jobe are on the stop. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Ravens from their own 16-yard line. We are inside of 10.5. Actually getting much closer to 10 minutes left in the third. 3rd and 4. Leary in the gun. Leary takes a snap, and that's going to be tipped at the line and incomplete. Tui Pelotu gets a hand on that. He was looking. Leary was looking for Ali, could not find him because Marlon Tui Pelotu gets a hand on it right at the line of scrimmage, and that is an incomplete pass. Brings up 4th and 4, and we have 9:57 left in the third quarter. Dan, I appreciate the offer, but we don't take problem children. You just ask Hassan Reddick. Punt is away. It's going to get fielded right around the 20. Gets up to about the 25 or 26. Worth the shot, though, Dan. All right, so we got 9:47 left in the third quarter. Eagles will have the ball. Anais Smith was on the return. That was a solid 6-yard pickup there on the return. But we're still tied up, 6-all. And for John Harbaugh trying to win preseason games, for this to be tied this long is definitely interesting. Turned down $26 million and acted like they screwed him, and now he's acting like a child. Yeah, that's that's a problem we don't want any part of at all. It's kind of. I will say this though. At least your guys are willing to at least make him an offer. I am experiencing a little bit of Schadenfreude as I look at the Dallas Cowboys situation with CeeDee Lamb. Jerry Jones said recently that it was not urgent for him to get a contract extension, even though nobody doubts that CeeDee Lamb is worthy of the contract extension. He's definitely worthy of the contract extension. He's the best receiver since at least Dez Bryant, if not since Michael Irvin. Yeah. The Cowboys. Jerry Jones said that it is not urgent for them to get a contract extension done for CeeDee Lamb, who is now a training camp holdout. Jerry Jones, may he live forever. Like, seriously, they need to, do what they did with, what's his name from Captain America? Who was the Swiss guy? Who they stored his brain on computers. Arnim Zola. They need to do Arnim Zola for Jerry Jones. His body will be decrepit, but his body's not worth saving, but we need his mind to live on forever. All right, we got Tanner McKee in now. McKee takes a snap, throws, and that's going to get batted down at the line. He was looking for Harris. It was batted down by Worley, so. All right, McKee in the gun takes a snap, hands it off, and that's going to get up to about the 32-yard line. Who is that? That's number 35 for the Eagles. Tyrion Davis-Price. There. Dan, I like you. As long as you keep trashing the Cowboys, you're welcome here anytime. McKee takes a snap, throws, and that is going to be caught for a first down. Gets up to about the 36-yard line. And that is, who is that? We've got Harris again, number 46. Jacob Harris there on the reception. Brings up 1st and 10. They will actually credit him to the 38, and we got inside of 9 minutes left in the third quarter here. 8.5 actually left in the third. Tanner McKee in the gun back to his right. McKee takes a snap, hands it off. Going to get up to about the 43-yard line. So that's a 5-yard pickup for Tyrion Davis-Price, and that will bring up a 2nd and 5. Very cool. Yep, that's great lineup there. Alrighty. McKee in the gun, back to his left, takes a snap, hands it off. Davis-Price is going to get the first down. Gets a 5-yard pickup, gets up to the 49-yard line. That's actually a 6-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the Eagles' 49-yard line. Nate Wiggins actually sustained an injury. We have an update on that. He is designated as questionable. So I do love this new feature where the NFL is given injury updates now. Yeah, Steelers defense looks a little scary now. They've been holding Houston at this point to 20 points. Key takes a snap, dumps it off to Jenkins. Going to pick up about 4 there. Gets into Baltimore territory. So we got 2nd and 5 now for the Eagles. Now McKee in the gun, back to his left. McKee takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. It is caught. It is just short of the first down marker. It's going to be caught by Watkins. Gets to the 43-yard line. I will say this though, Dan. When I checked in on them at halftime, was not looking great for the Steelers because they were, it was a little rough. But yeah, now Pittsburgh forcing a fumble there. Yeah, McKee in the gun, back to his right. McKee takes a snap, back looking, rolling out to his right, and he's just going to wind up throwing that away. There's nothing open for him. It's going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Eagles from the Ravens' 43-yard line. I'm sorry, 4th and 1, my bad, from the 42. Yeah, it is 20-12 Texans right now. I do see that on my little stats board here. They give me a little. They give me the score updates here. So I do see that. All right, so we got Nichols getting the handoff. He gets up to the 40-yard line. It's a 2-yard pickup, and that does bring up an Eagles first down. So the Eagles hold on to the ball there. Eagles have already run a brotherly shove tonight, which take that, people. McKee lines up under center. McKee takes a snap back looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught. And that's going to get down to about the 35, down to the 33-yard line. And that is going to bring up a 2nd down and 3. They're only crediting him to the 33-yard line there. But that was Fulsch on the reception. I did hear about that. I didn't see it, but I did hear about it. And then Daniel Jones also helping starting some of the fights. And yeah, there have been fines that have been handed down, so that's no bueno. McKee under center, back in the backfield. McKee takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right, throws, and that is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Folsch again, could not haul it in. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 from the Baltimore Ravens 33-yard line. We got 4:33 left in the third. I do hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I have a pronunciation guide here. Let me double check, see if he... Folsch. Yes, Folsch. Okay. 3rd and 3. Eagles are 2 for 9 on third downs tonight. Not a great stat. McKee in the gun, back to his right. McKee takes a snap, hands it off. It's going to break through. It is a first down. Gets down to about the 25-yard line, and that is going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. So it's a nice little 8-yard pick up there for the Eagles. Yes, Nick Foles did just announce his retirement. He is going to retire as an Eagle, so he'll do the one-day contract thing, and it's apropos. It was earlier this week, actually, that he announced the retirement. So, yeah, he'll retire as an Eagle. He'll do the one-day contract thing. McKee in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Davis Price. Price is going to pick up about 3 or 4 there, depending on how much they credit him for. They will credit him for 4. So it is 2nd and 6 from the Ravens' 21-yard line. I will say this. So local sports radio, 94 WIP, on the day of the announcement, put out a Twitter question asking whether or not Nick Foles' number should be retired. And as great as Nick Foles was, that is not a fact that should be spoken into existence. McKee in the gun, takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, and that's going to be batted in the air. He was looking for Harris in the end zone, and it was batted down, incomplete by Cooper there. So Cooper was Cooper there as he was looking for Harris, Jacob Harris, and could not find him. A little bit of one-on-one action there. Argument for PI, but they didn't call it. So got 3:12 left in the third. 3rd and 6. Ball is on the 21-yard line. McKee takes a snap. Back, looking, throwing, caught, and is going to get down to the 10. And now we have a flag here. So let us check on this penalty. Yeah, Jacob Harris. They're going to get him probably for a blindside block. Maybe. No, they're going to get him for unnecessary roughness for head and neck. They did call a flag. They haven't announced what the flag is. They did throw a flag. Clock has stopped. We got 3:07 left in the third. Yeah, they nailed Kane for unnecessary roughness there, leading with the top of the head. I agree with you, Dan. Yeah, I'm just seeing your comment here now. Yeah, absolutely, he should not be. Absolutely, he should not be allowed to retire the number. Also, kickers are allowed to have way more than just 9 numbers anymore. I think they're allowed to have the same numbers as quarterbacks, which is like 0 to 19, I believe. But still, yeah, he was great in the 2 seasons under Doug Peterson. And he is forever enshrined in Philadelphia Hall. He'll be put in the Philadelphia Eagles Hall of Fame. He's just for being the quarterback behind the Philly special and behind the Eagles' playoff run in 2017 that led them to the victory in Super Bowl 52, and also the quarterback behind the Eagles' much briefer appearance in the 2018 playoffs, the one with the double doink, which, as an Eagles fan, I'm still happy as a meme. Yeah, there. But he definitely did not do nearly enough. Like we were having this debate in the baseball field regarding whether or not Cole Hamels' number should be retired, and my argument in that regard is he didn't do enough. And that's the same thing here. Like I retired Jason Kelsey's number. I'm all for that. Jason Kelsey is iconically Philadelphia, and he absolutely deserves. He's been the best center for the last several years, and certainly has made a name for himself in Philadelphia. Certainly, probably a first ballot Hall of Famer. So Jason Kelsey, I could see retiring his number. Nick Foles, I would say that in order for you to at least be in the consideration for having your number retired, you got to be in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think that that's going to be the case for Nick. So McKee in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off. It is first and goal for the Eagles. Ball's up to 5, and that's going to get up to about the 2-yard line. That would be Lou Nichols on the run. It's a 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and goal. Got 2:40 left in the third. Eagles have held the ball for almost half the game at this point. Time of possession battle. Love seeing the time of possession battle. McKee in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off, and that is a touchdown for the Eagles. That is Lou Nichols on the run. It's a 2-yard run, and that is a touchdown for the Eagles. So the Eagles break the tie. And it is now 12-6. Yeah, I ping pong is a fascinating sport, or table tennis, whatever you want to call it. Jake Elliott on to kick the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:16 left to play in the third quarter, Philadelphia Eagles are on top by a touchdown, 13-6. I will say, Dan, unsurprisingly, China is leading the world in medals in table tennis. So in the Olympics, followed by Sweden, which I didn't know was all that big into to table tennis. And then North Korea, which yeah. That is true. Yep, we the U.S. has more medals overall, which I'm uh, gung ho about. Absolutely. Um, yeah. Let's take a look at this medal table here. Yep. We are tied with China, 33 gold, 39 silvers, though, and then 39 bronze. So 111 medals. Yeah, absolutely. The Olympics there. All right. We've now seen this new kickoff format multiple times, even in this game. Plus, we saw it in the Hall of Fame game. Uh, how are we feeling about it? As this one gets fielded at the 3 and gets brought out to about the 27. So that they will actually credit him to the 28. Yeah, it's taken some getting used to for me. We'll see how it We'll see whether or not we. I'll see how it looks when we actually have starters in. But yeah, I'm not sold on it just yet. But some of that might just be it's new and it's something that we gotta adapt to. All right. And we have a sack here. Nolan Smith coming in. That was Leary who was sacked at the 19-yard line. So that's a loss of 9 yards for the Ravens. We got Nolan Smith coming in here to do deliver the welcome blow here. Leary takes a snap from the gun and does a quick throw and wildly overthrows Gage, and that is incomplete. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 19 for the Ravens. So that's going to, with about a minute in it, 1:32 left in the third. Yeah, the no more surprise onside kick rule is definitely disappointing. It also leads me to if you're going to implement this change, why not implement the change that the Eagles proposed to do, like 4th and 20 from your own 20-yard line? Leary in the gun, back to his right. Leary takes a snap, back, looking, throws, and that is going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage. Gets up to about the 20-yard line. That's going to be Ali. They will credit him to the 23. So that's going to bring up 4th and 15 with under a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter here. Yeah, if you're going to do this, if you're gonna sneak in the no more onside kicks rule as the Ravens go ahead and punt this away, no more surprise onside kicks. Why not just do 4th and 20? Fumble, and that's going to be out of bounds. No, that went out of bounds. That's the Ravens did not recover that. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Anaya Smith returned it a little bit here. Returned it to the 29-yard line. It was a 3-yard pickup on the return, but he fumbled and the ball went out of bounds at the 34. So that's where things stood. So yeah, now we got 41 seconds left. But yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 29 since you can't advance the ball on a fumble if you're not the fumbling player. I can see that argument there, Dan. All right, 1st and 10. McKee in the gun, back behind him. McKee takes a snap, hands it off. Nichols is going to pick up about 4 there. Gets up to the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up. Actually, they'll credit him for 5. So gets up to the 34-yard line, 2nd and 5. And I apologize. That is not Nichols. That is Milton now. Kendall Milton on the run there. Yeah, appreciate you hanging out here, Dan. Thanks so much for stopping by. All right, we got 15 minutes of football left here. We are entering the fourth quarter, and the Eagles have the ball and are on top, 13-6. So again, please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. Really helps the channel out. Had some great conversations over the offseason. We got to catch up with Dave Spadaro when it came to OTAs and doing our annual OTA wrap-up. We also had Troy Vincent on. He is a former Eagle and the current NFL executive vice president of football operations. So I asked him about all kinds of things. Did not ask him about the new kickoff rule, but definitely asked him. I asked him about the hip drop tackle, which was a controversial ban. So definitely, if you want to learn more about that, he gives a really in-depth explanation as to why the hip drop tackle was banned and why it's a penalty as opposed to simply just fining it. Yeah, if you want to check that out, definitely go in and check that out. We talk about flag football and the Olympics in 4 years. Yeah, it's a good time. So when we do come back from the commercial break that's leading into the start of the fourth quarter here, it will be 2nd and 5 for the Eagles from their own 34-yard line. So just a couple of stats here to round out the night for some of the players who are sitting down. So Kenny Pickett finished the night 14 for 22, 89 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah, 89 yards, 1 touchdown. He was sacked twice. That cost the team 15 yards. So that's that. Again, it looks like Will Shipley's night is done, so he's had 7 carries for 23 yards. Again, just a solid performance by him, too. So. All right, 2nd and 5. McKee in the gun, takes the snap, hands it off. Pile is moving, and the pile is going to move past the first down marker. So it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 40-yard line. We are at 14:45 left in this game. Darius Slay is being interviewed by a friend of the show, Dave Spadaro, right now. But certainly the biggest most friendly sight to see is in the background there. You got Big Don DeSandro, who is the Eagles' chief security officer. He's also responsible for coaching operations on game day, which I believe is just a bogus title to allow him to skirt NFL rules. McKee is in the gun, back to his left. McKee takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He's back. He's going to roll to his right. We got flags coming in, and it is going to wind up being an incomplete pass, but we're going to check on this flag here. Figure out what that was. And it's offensive holding, so it didn't really matter. It's going to march the Eagles back 10 yards. So it's going to bring up 1st and 20 for the Eagles from their own 30. Yeah, so we got 14:09 left in this game. Darius Slay didn't dress for the game. He's got 148. He was just being interviewed by Dave Spadaro. 148 pass defenses since his debut in 2013. That's an NFL. That's leading the NFL right now. McKee takes a snap, back looking, throws incomplete. He was looking for Jenkins there. That would be number 84. E.J. Jenkins, and that was kind of right on the numbers there, so that's one you got to catch. That's going to bring up 2nd and 20 for the Eagles. 14:05 left in the game. Ball's on the 30. McKee in the gun, back to his right, takes the snap, back, looking, throws, and it is off the hands and incomplete of Harris. He's looking for Jacob Harris, and that is an incomplete pass there. Brings up 3rd and 20 from the Eagles' 30-yard line. So this game is in the final quarter. Definitely let me know your thoughts about it. Let me know if there are any players that are standing out to you. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment in the chat. McKee in the gun, back, looking, throwing, and it's incomplete. Looking for Milton there. And could not haul it in. That was Kendall Milton, running back, and that is going to send the punting unit on because there's not a snowball's chance in hell the Eagles are going for it on 4th and 20. Doesn't matter if it's a preseason or not, they're not going for it. So Braden Mann on to punt this away. And we have a stoppage here. So we'll figure out what this stoppage is. Yeah, it's a false start. False start on the Eagles. So that's going to bring up 4th and 25 from the Eagles' 25-yard line. 13:55 left in the game. Braden Mann on to punt it away. Mann kicks it away. And it's going to get fielded at the 22, gets brought out to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and that's where the pile finally collapses in on Williams, and that's a 19-yard return. They're actually going to credit him only to the 39, so it's an 18-yard return, actually. I apologize. And we have, 13:40 left in the game, and Ravens have the ball. Short field, but they are behind 13-6. Yeah, so I will say this, not a fan of these long punt returns. Let's take a look at those. Yeah, Williams has returned the ball 3 times for 27 yards. Longest return has been the 18-yard return that he just did. Yeah, not a fan of these long returns that are being given up. Now that having been said, Britton Covey had his own long punt return, but that's to be expected because Britton Covey is a stellar punt returner. Anaya Smith had 3 punt returns for 13 yards. His longest was 6 yards. So, I mean, you have that disparity. And then the only other punt returner for the Ravens was Wade. So you have Demarion Williams doing the bulk of the punt returns today. And then Dayton Wade, who returned a punt for 7 yards. So that's kind of not been what I've been... Right, that's kind of not been something I've been a fan of. So these long punt returns, that's something I would love to see them tighten up over the course of the next couple weeks. All right, we are coming back from the commercial break here. Ravens have the ball on their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you're looking for game footage for this, it is on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus because the other two NBC channels in the Philadelphia area are occupied. Leary in the gun, back to his right, man in motion. Leary takes a snap, hands it off, is going to get bounced outside and brought down pretty quickly. Gets to the 44, though, gain of 5. Rasheen Ali there. Tristan McCullum there on the stop for the Eagles. 13:15 left in the game. Leary in the gun. Back to his right. Leary takes a high snap, hands it off, and Ali, is going to get about 4 yards there on that run. So he's going to finally get brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and he just kind of collapses in the pile. So it's 3rd-and-1 for the Ravens. Leary in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Rasheen Ali. Is going to bounce out to the far side and cuts into Eagles territory. Does pick up the first down. It's going to be about a 3-yard pickup. Gets to the 49-yard line of the Eagles. And now we've got somebody shaking his arm. That's Eli Ricks. So that's not great to see, but it looks like he's going to stay in the huddle. His arm might have gotten a little shaken up there on that tackle. Leary takes the snap, does a quick throw, and it's going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage. Dalton Wade is going to turn up field, gets about 4 yards on the pickup, going to get down to the 45-yard line, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Ravens. So we saw Quinyon Mitchell this evening. We also see on the sideline Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean, the Eagles' first second-round pick. Eagles took 2 corners with their first 2 picks. Leary under center. Leary takes a snap, hands it off to Rasheen Ali, not to Rasheen Ali, that was handed off to Collier, who picked up about 2 yards there. Brett Van Summeren there on the stop for the Eagles. Chris Collier there on the stop. So we got 3rd and 4. Leary in the gun, Collier to his right. Leary takes a snap, dumps it off to Collier. Collier going to roll out to the outside and does pick up the first down, gets inside the 40 down to about the 36. And that is where they will credit him. So that is a 7-yard pickup. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Ravens. We got 10:37, 10:36, 10:35 left in the 4th quarter. Leary in the gun. Back to his left. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Collier. Collier initially gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but finds that opening and is able to pick up about 2 or 3. They will only credit him for 2, gets up to the 34-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 8 for the Ravens. We are at the 10-minute mark left in the game. Leary in the gun, back to his left, takes a snap, back, looking, pressure coming, and it's going to be thrown to Ali, and it is incomplete. It stops the clock with 9:41 left in the game, brings up 3rd and 8 for the Ravens. So 3rd and 8. Leary in the gun. Ali to his left. Leary takes a snap. Back. Looking. Pressure coming. Leary throws. It is caught. And it is going to be short of the first down marker. Caught by Isaiah Washington. It is a 6-yard pickup brought down by Josh Jobe. It's brought down at about the 28-yard line. So, 4th and 2 for the Ravens. Now, if they decide to go for a field goal here, they probably won't. Again, we know John Harbaugh likes to win these games, and they do leave the offense out on the field. So 4th and 2, 9:05 left in the game. Leary in the gun takes a snap, does a quick throw, and it is caught and missed tackle, and Wade is going to get the first down and a bunch more. Gets inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Tyler Hall overshoots the tackle and now gets to sit on the sidelines for a little bit, but Leary in the gun, takes a snap, back, throws, caught by Wade. Wade's going to get down inside the 10, down inside the 5, so that is going to bring up 1st and goal for the Ravens. And we have 8:15 left in this game. Yeah, if Tyler Hall makes that tackle on that 4th down play, Eagles get the ball back. $7:50 left in the game here. 1st and goal, ball is on the 4-yard line. Leary under center, back in the backfield. Man in motion. Leary takes a snap, hands it off to Ali. Ali cuts up the middle and is stopped after picking up 2 yards. They actually only will credit him for 1, so it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Brought down by Johnson and Mustafer. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal. 7:15 and counting left in this game. Leary lines up under center, back in the backfield. Leary takes a snap. He's back. He hands it off, and Ali's going to get stuffed at about the 1. Yeah, he's going to get credited to the 1. It's going to be a 2-yard pickup. Ben Van Summeren and Mustafer there are on the stop. So it's 3rd and goal. Got about 6.5 left in this game. 6:35 if we're being specific. Clock is counting, so now we're at 6.5. Leary lines up under center. Split backs behind him. Leary takes a snap, hands it off to Ali. Ali does not get in. Is stopped at about the half-yard line. We got 6:10 left in the game. It is 4th down, and Ben Van Summeren and Mustafer there, number 94 for the Eagles. PJ Mustafer. He's down before that ball crosses the plane. That is a correct call. They are challenging it, though, so the Ravens will challenge this play. But the way I look at where I'm looking at it here, the angle that they showed that was looking right down the goal line, his knee was down before the ball crossed the plane. The knee is down right there. The ball is not across the plane. Yeah, the ball is in the backward hand. The forward hand does not have the football. The ball has not crossed the plane. It's down around the half-yard marker. So I don't think that Baltimore is going to win this challenge. cut to commercial, so we'll see what happens after the commercial. But I'm not. If I'm a Ravens fan and I'm looking at that, I'm not holding out hope. So, just out of curiosity, what has everyone's thoughts been about this particular game? We've been going here on stream for about 2 hours and almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 52 minutes here as they take some time to look at whether or not Ali crossed the plane there. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, they upheld the play, so it looks like that's what. Yeah, there was not enough clear evidence for the ball to be over for that call to be overturned there. So yeah, they did uphold the play. So it is 4th and goal from the 1. Leary's going to line up under center, and he's just going to QB sneak it in. So delayed the inevitable there, but. It did get in there. So with 5:49 left in the game, 5:49 left in the game, Ravens do pull it to within 1. We'll see what happens with the point after touchdown attempt. And they're going to line up for that. So Justin Tucker on to attempt it. Snap, hold, kick is up. And good. With 5:46 left to play in this game, we're back to a tie. It is 13-all, folks. So, all right, let me just say this. I know they're competing against third teamers. Ben Van Sumeren, PJ Mustipher were on every stop on that goal line stand. The fact that they were on every stop on that goal line stand, big fan. Like that was that's good. Like I really liked that. So we're gonna move into probably. We're gonna move into another kickoff situation here. .546 left in the game. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a lot of good to write home about here. So. Again, if you're looking for game footage, so preseason games are all typically, unless they're nationally broadcast through the NFL Network, they're typically going to be broadcast by the local networks. So this one is being broadcast by the Eagles television network, which is airing this on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. Justin Tucker is kicking this off, and that's going to get fielded at the 10. Brought out to about the 25 to the 30, and down to about the 33-yard line is where he's going to get dropped. And that was Will Shipley there on the return. So 23-yard, good solid 23-yard pickup by Will Shipley. We have 5:41 left in this game here, and we got Tanner McKee out. So Tanner McKee again taking a look. McKee in the gun, back to his right, takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, incomplete. He was looking for Joseph Ngata, who has done a whole lot of nothing but be defensive bait. He's now been targeted twice and has no catches on either of those. So, big yikes there. Clock has stopped, 5:37 left in the game. 2nd and 10. Key in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Tyrann Davis-Price, who's going to pick up 10, 11 yards there, does get the first down, and gets down to around the 45-yard line there. So we'll see where they officially spot him, but I think this is going to be a pretty solid first down there for Davis-Price. They credit him for 13 yards, but they do throw a flag, so they're actually going to march him back. It's going to be 2nd and 20. They got Gates for offensive holding, so woof. So 2nd and 20, really. McKee in the gun. Back to his right. McKee takes a snap. Back. Looking. Is firing and throws out of bounds. Incomplete. Looking for Harris. And they are going to throw a flag there on that. It's looking like it's going to be pass interference there on number 45, Matthew. No, they got it for illegal contact, but it's only a 5-yard penalty, but it does give the Eagles a first down. So a little recovery there and gives a little refresh. So we now have the ball on the Eagles' 28-yard line. We got 5:14 left in the game. McKee in the gun, back behind them. McKee takes a snap. He's back. He's going to hand it off. And it's going to be Tyrann Davis-Price who's going to get beyond the 30 down to about the 32-yard line, maybe the 31. Now they will credit him the 32-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup and does bring up 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. 4:50 left in the game. 4:50 right now left in the game. 2nd and 5. McKee's in the gun with a back to his right. Sends a man in motion. Empty backfield now. Play clock winding down. McKee takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He is going to have it tipped at the line, incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. They're going to say he was looking for Joseph Ngata, but it was really tipped at the line, so there was really no play there. But that makes 3 targets now for Joseph Ngata with nothing to show for any of them. Not a great look right now for Ngata. Third and 5. 4:28 left in the game. . 2nd 4. 4:28 left in the game. 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 2nd McKee in the gun, back to his right. McKee takes the snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught, and that is Smith on the reception. So Anais Smith catches that one, which otherwise would have been in the dirt, and it is a first down for the Eagles. Catches that at the 39-yard line, so that's a 7-yard pickup, and the Eagles have the ball at the 39. McKee in the gun. Takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, incomplete. He was looking for Harris and nothing there. 4:02 left in the game. Again, let me know your thoughts about this game. Let me know what you're thinking. Any Eagles players that have stood out to you over the course of this preseason game? Let me know. .402. 2nd and 10. McKee in the gun, takes the snap, hands it off. And it's going to get up to about the 47-yard line is where it's going to get dropped. And that is Kendall Milton. Gets up to the 47. That's an 8-yard pickup, brings up 3rd and 2. So Jeff Stoutland, in addition to being the offensive line coach, is the run game coordinator for the Eagles, and it makes sense because of how well the oiled of machine they have to work together. McKee in the gun, back to his right. McKee takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to be maybe just a hair shy of the first down marker, potentially not 100% sure there. It might be a little bit of a 4th and 1 situation here. Yeah, 4th and 1 at the 48 is what they're going to say. So it's really more like 4th and a half yard. All right, now we have McKee lining things up. Lines up under center, going to do a little brotherly shove action there. And does he get it? Spreading out. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like they might bring this in for a measurement. Where's them? Yeah. It's right on the unofficial yellow line. They are giving him the first down. So again, 2nd time brotherly shove. This one was definitely a lot closer. 3rd stringers all around, but the Eagles do pull out a first down here. So I will say this. If you look at the down judge is... Yep, they bring out the measurements to confirm it. It is very definitely a first down. But the down judge is expecting the Eagles to pick up like 2, which is the reputation for the brotherly shove, I will say that. But the Eagles also are not, they don't have their starters in, so. Okay, so we got Tanner McKee in. We got 2.5 left in this game. It is 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Ball on the 49. McKee in the gun, back to his left. McKee takes the snap, hands it off. And that's going to be Kendall Milton. Picks up 9 yards, gets up to 2nd and 1 at the Baltimore 42-yard line. And we are now at the 2-minute warning, and we are all tied up. Eagles are in Baltimore territory. It is 13-all. So 2-minute warning. Again, biggest person I'm impressed by this game has been Will Shipley, who had 7 carries on the night for 23 yards. In the receiving game, he has the Eagles' only touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown reception. And he has 2 kick returns, with his longest being a 24-yard kick return. So that's where things stand. Again, also really impressed by Ben Van Sumeren and PJ. What's his name? PJ Mustafa. Who those guys were crucial on that, keeping it until fourth down for the Ravens on that final touchdown there. Little goal line stand that was going on. And a little fan service. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., 5 tackles on the game, and 1 sack. So yeah, so there's a lot of good to see, and yeah, it's just one preseason game at this point, but there's a lot of good to see, and I'm enthused by this. So yeah, we are coming when we come back from the 2-minute warning here, which should be momentarily. They're doing the commentary at this point. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the Ravens' 42-yard line. So next week, the Eagles will play at the Patriots. There will be a joint practice on Tuesday and then a 7 o'clock game on Thursday. We will bring that to you here, so definitely keep it locked here. Jake Elliott doing some warm-ups on the field goal unit. Tanner McKee lines up in the gun. Kendall Milton to his left. It's 2nd and 1. McKee takes a snap, hands it off to Milton. He's going to pick up the first down, get inside the 40, down to about the 36-yard line. We got 1:50 left in the game. Baltimore only has 2 timeouts because they burned one of them in challenging whether or not Rasheen Ali made it into the end zone on their last possession. This Eagles drive has taken 10 plays for 31 yards. It's churned 3 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. McKee in the gun, back to his right. McKee takes the snap, hands it off to Milton. Milton's going to get slipped up in the backfield, and it's going to lose about a yard there. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 from the 37-yard line. Eagles have had the ball for 36 minutes and 10 seconds of this game. Got 1:15 left in the game here. Ball is on the Ravens' 37-yard line. 75 seconds. Eagles do have all 3 timeouts if they choose to use them. McKee is going to line up in the gun. Back to his right. McKee takes a snap. Hands it off to Milton. Milton going to run outside and then cuts up. And is going to pick up about a yard. So he's going to pick up the yard that he lost. And then maybe actually he might be credited for another one. Yeah, they will credit him up to the 35. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Eagles from the Ravens' 35-yard line. Actually, I apologize. The Ravens have actually taken all of their timeouts at this point. So Ravens trying to preserve as much clock as humanly possible here. In the event they get the football back with any time left, they can march down and try to break the tie. 68 seconds left in this game. It is 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. McKee in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Milton. Milton going to pick up a bunch there, but not nearly enough that he needs. So he's only going to get to about the 32. It's going to bring up 4th and 6. We will probably at this point see Jake Elliott coming on the field to try and break this tie and give the Eagles the lead. We have 44 seconds left in this game. The Ravens cannot stop the clock. So we got 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30 seconds left. And the Eagles are going to call a timeout. Because they can. So Elliott's going to do his little ritual. So he talked about this. I forget when but he definitely talked about it last season in regards to icing. So his routine is before he goes out onto the field, he will kick a field goal into the net and then run out. So his routine, because kickers are kind of like pitchers in that regard, and how creatures of habit they are. So Elliott will go out and will kick the field goal. Before he goes out to kick a field goal, he'll kick a field goal on the sideline. So if the Ravens call timeout, he goes to the sideline, kicks the field goal into the net, and that's how he tries to beat the whole icing strategy. It's going to be a 50-yard field goal attempt for Elliott. Snap, hold, kick is up and off the upright and no good. 2 misses for Jake Elliott tonight, and that's not a good look. So it's a tie game with 16 seconds left, and the Ravens have the football at the Eagles' 40-yard or at their own 40-yard line. That was wide right. It was off the right upright, and yeah, they were rare. Jake Elliott's a rare miss going far in the past, but he's missed twice tonight. So hopefully he can find the uprights going forward. Ravens take the snap, and that's going, and they actually fumble the football, and the Eagles recover it. Eagles recover the fumble. Jones stepped in as quarterback. Jones steps in as quarterback, and Johnson comes in and strips him. And Johnson recovers the football. Patrick Johnson, outside linebacker for the Eagles, strips the quarterback and recovers the football. So the Eagles now have the football at their own 32-yard, or at the Ravens' 32-yard line. And Jake Elliott will have another shot, at least. No, Tanner McKee's going to try to... I don't know what he's doing. He's going to QB sneak it, I guess. And now the Eagles call a timeout. I don't know what the strategy... Oh, they were just trying to burn some additional clock there, I guess. So, we got 4 seconds left. The Eagles picked up a yard on the QB sneak, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the 31. And we'll see if Elliott can have a little bit of a redemption there. It's a 49-yard field goal attempt. Elliott lines up. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is down the middle and good. And the Eagles have defeated the Baltimore Ravens in the first preseason game of this season with a final score of 16-13. No time left on the clock, and that will do it. And again, there's a lot of good things here, a lot of things that maybe need to get worked on. Definitely concerned about some of the presences by, or some of the things with Joseph Ngata. Definitely concerned by Jake Elliott missing a couple of extra points and field goal attempts. Usually he's a surefire thing, so definitely a lot to work on here as a team. But this was a really solid, a really good first preseason game. And as long as you take it as that, as long as you take it as it's a first preseason game and you're not taking it as this is going to be the end-all be-all of the season, you're just using this as an opportunity to evaluate players and making sure that people get the experience of being in game mode. And that's really what this was all about. So, again, solid performance by this team. Solid performance here for a preseason game. Definitely a lot to work on. Definitely a lot of good things here. Again, Will Shipley, I can't stop singing his praises because he was just really good. And then on that stand, or on that goal line stand, Ben Van Sumeren and PJ Mustafer doing a bang-up job. So really just huge fans of this game. But again, a lot to work on. And that's the beauty of preseason, is you got time before the regular season starts. But yeah, we'll be back with more football programming. I'll probably have an episode out at some point over the course of this weekend, maybe in the early part of next week, to chat more about this game and chat more about training camp, and looking forward to what is to come. But in any event, thank you so much for stopping by and for tuning in. I'm Joe Donahue, and let's go Eagles.